welcome to another week. Today, we got another puzzle. Started vlogging about 2 months ago, though I really love my current setup. As an introvert, I still find it quite intimidating. It's pretty much impossible not to draw any attention with this camera, and for a beginner, that's just gonna feel even more overwhelming. Plus, I'll be traveling to Japan with my Sony, so I've been looking for something that is as compact as possible. It's the Osmo Pocket 3. I went for the creator combo, which comes with some extra accessories like a battery pack, a tripod, a mic, and a wide angle lens. I also picked up some anti-filters just to make it more versatile. I've heard a lot of great things about this camera, especially how beginner friendly it is for vlogging, but with this tiny lens, I'm not sure if it can deliver the cinematic vlogs that I'm looking for. So why don't we find out? Let's go.
Cinematic camera should be able to do these three things. First is the ability to film in log. This gives you a wider dynamic range to your video, which means you will have better control over your footage when you edit. This allows you to add your own personal style to your video. To me, this is quite important. Second, the ability to set your frame rate and shutter speed. There's this golden rule called 180 degrees rule in filmmaking, which means you want your frame rate to be half as your shutter speed. That's right. That's because this mimics the motion of how the human eye sees, so you want to make it as realistic as possible. I usually film in 24 frame rates, so my shutter speed will be 1/50th. That is because most camera doesn't do 1/48 or something like that. The last thing is the ability to set your ISO, which allows you to shoot in low light. I was hoping to shoot some indoor and outdoor content, but looks like we're gonna just stick in indoor today. Of course, as always, we're gonna stop by for a coffee first. This time we're at Bourke St Bakery. It's a pretty well-known bakery in Sydney with multiple locations. I chose this Banks Middle store because it's close to our next destination. Not sure why, I would always go for the iced coffee whenever I'm here. Also, their pastry is a must try. Every time I go there, I either have the beef brisket pie or the pork sausage roll. If you're new to Sydney, I highly recommend trying this place out.
I actually can't even see myself because it's a bit far, but this is actually my first time using this to film, and to be honest, it's super easy to use. Like, if you look at the menu, it's not complicated at all. Like, even for the pro settings, there's not many options that you need to set up. So for anyone who wants to get into cinematic filming, I think this is a great starter. Set this to film in D-Log at 4K 24 FPS at 1/50th shutter speed. One great feature about this is you can select a range of ISO. So if you're going around like 2 different environments, it basically automatic does it for you. I'm also using auto white balance for this reason because I'll be going around to different places. It just keeps things simple when you're constantly on the go. Oh yeah, I forgot this is face tracking.
The clouds, aren't they beautiful? Like, glad the weather got better, but it's just so windy right now. But I guess the good thing is it's not raining. I'm so glad that I bought this anti-filter, otherwise I wouldn't be able to see anything just because it's so bright in the daylight right now. Perouse, which is located in the eastern side of Sydney. It's sort of like a tiny peninsula. You've got this tiny bridge linking to this island called Bay Island. And on this side, you got this museum. On the website, it says
It documents the expedition of French explorer, the Comte de la Perouse. So I guess that's where the name of this place come from. But unfortunately, it's not open today. So maybe we'll just go over that side and check out the island. Let's go. This is actually quite a popular tourist attraction, which I didn't know at all. There's definitely free to in my gym. Now it's getting cloudy. Maybe I should get out of here before it rains. I mean, if I don't get back to the car now, I'm gonna get drenched, which I don't want to do. This is crazy. Look at that side. It's still bright and sunny, and on the other side, you got this cloudy weather. There was a thunderstorm going on, like, man. I just made it before it started raining, thank God, like, gosh. Quickly talk about the face tracking feature before we head off. It's freaking awesome. Look at this. It just keeps on tracking me even when I'm in a far distance, which I think is brilliant. Like, if you really want me to talk about the downside, probably the focal length. Like, when I'm shooting B-roll, like the landscape, I always have to zoom into 2.0, which is the furthest that you can zoom in. Like right now, I don't know if it's gonna affect the image quality, but so far, I think from the preview, it looks pretty good. And one more thing, for some reason, I don't know why the shutter speed has set to 1/60th, which is kind of annoying because I remember setting it back to 1/50th. If anyone know why this is happening, let me know in the comment section down below. Look at this, like, what the hell, man? Just a turn, and it's all dark and cloudy. After trying the Pocket 3 for a whole day, I say yes, it can definitely work as a camera for cinematic videos. Well, it's not the best option out there, but probably the best option if you're just starting out or want to try something different from a regular vlog setup. It was super easy to pick up. Setting up the cinematic settings only took me around 30 minutes, which is great for beginners. It's also much more subtle. No one even noticed my camera while I was filming this part in the cafe, which made the whole experience a lot less intimidating. If you're anxious about carrying a big camera around in the public, this will 100% make you a lot more comfortable. Also, I brought my camera tripod and MantisPod just in case, but I didn't even need to use them. The tripod legs that came with the creator combo were good enough for most of my shots. And let's talk about the DJI Mic 2. It connects conveniently via Bluetooth. I've been a fan ever since I got mine. Having it included in the creator combo just makes this whole setup a no-brainer. But with the compact size, there are a few caveats. While the overall quality is great, zooming in can make your footage look noticeably blurrier. I didn't realize this until I started editing my videos. Another drawback is the LED display. It cannot be tilted for obvious reasons. This makes framing shots tricky if the camera is on the ground or in awkward positions. Luckily, there's a live view feature on the app which helps a bit. And one more thing, probably the most important thing for me, it doesn't have the zebra pattern on the LED screen, so it's hard to tell whether your shot is overexposed or not. For some people, this might be a deal breaker, but for me though, I think the pros still outweighs the cons. While I'll still bring my full setup to Japan, this will likely be my go-to if I don't feel like carrying a big camera around. So I highly recommend this to beginners who want to try out cinematic vlogs. It's less intimidating and has a much lower barrier to entry. I've also bought some accessories for the Pocket 3. If you want a video on that, let me know in the comment section down below. And I'll see you in the next one. Peace.